It was 8 years ago. After passing through depression, I lost all hope and tried to end my life. Everyone has their own way of fighting through their own depressions. People overcome, people attempt to commit suicide. My friends, family can't really guess what depression can really do. I have passed through a lot. I tried to drink insecticide to end my life. I also tried to attempt jumping over the bridge. I can't just hand it over anymore. We need to speak out. For years, I had depression, but I didn't know much about it and started to get worse. I should have reached out by then. Like so many others, I just pretended to be okay. Eventually, when I can't sleep, I try to reach out to my family and I try my best to recover. But I can't tell if I was making progress. I just thought it was too late. Depression only wears me down. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I tried to jump over the bridge, but luckily for me, I'm happy to be alive and I'm happy to see my family. I felt so many emotions: anger, sadness, pain. One day I sat on the top of a tree. I was hopeless. An old man spotted me, came to me. He said, "My son, come down from the tree." I came down and he told me some things I could never forget in my life. He made mention that if I am struggling, I need to speak out. He said not once, but again and again and again. I explained all I have passed through to him. The old man was like an angel to me. I was really over the edge. Can't really think about what to do. If you are fighting depression in your life or thinking to end your life, it's okay to talk about it. Don't be afraid or don't be too sad to talk about it. In fact, it is the only way you are going to get better. I'm sharing my story to you because I need you to know you can also get better. I told the old man how I was born into a family that is extremely poor. I told him when my both parents abandoned me at the age of 9 years old. I explained a lot to him how I've been miserable, how I spent all my life worrying, feeling depressed. I couldn't really go for it anymore. The man changed my life. The old man gave me a chance, and I'm happy today to have another chance. I'm sharing my story to you because I need you to know you can also get better. Whenever you are, there are people that are willing to help. Just try to reach out to them and don't just once or second believe that you are beyond hope, because that isn't true. Frequently, I've been achieving my goals and I'm happy by now that this second chance has been life-changing for me, and you can do better. Special thanks to Shantia Den for wanting to strengthen others.
Hi, my name is Adetoye Adeyinka. I was born and brought up in Kwara State, Ilorin, Nigeria. I live with my parents growing up with my two sisters. I have an elder one and a younger sister. And I went to a public school, So, growing up, I had this challenge, if I would call it a challenge, and the challenge is that I could read, but I could not combine words that I've read and give it a meaning, like say I am going to school, I cannot really combine them together to make a meaning, I can read separately, I'm going and school, but now to combine everything together and make it make sense, make it make some meaning, it was very hard for me. So for this reason, when I got to JSS1, which is a junior secondary school 1, I repeated like 3 times, like 3 years. And the 4th time, my mom had to come to school, to the school admin or school authority, to talk to them. So I was promoted on trial. So, and now, I'm supposed to be in SS1 now. So now I'm in the same class with the GSS1 students. So, and basically that is how the whole thing, really got me. It got me in the sense that I started skipping class because the school became like a hell for me. Every kid in my class started, making fun of me, the ones that could bully me, So because of that, I started skipping class. And there is a place in my class that I will keep my school bag, and there is a way there is a place where I will off my school uniform and put it away, because a young student, a little boy that is supposed to be in school, is not supposed to be roaming the streets with a school uniform, so it will call attention of people. So my mom discovered that I was skipping school. She came to school, and my class teacher started, taking note of me. If I'm not in class, he would know. So any day I resume class, I'll be disciplined, I'll be caned, like flogged. So everything, became so hard for me, because I've been in the same class for 3 years, and now I'm with my, little ones, and because I could not really study, the school was no more friendly for me, because these kids would make fun of me. The ones that are older would kick me around, and everything just, it was hell. It was traumatizing for me, because my parents loved me, but they didn't know what I was going through, They didn't know that going to school wasn't the same for me again. They didn't know that studying was hard, because my parents actually didn't go to school. So they did not really understand how the whole thing works. So I will leave my bag, I will go, roam about. Most times I won't even mind if the teacher will beat me at the end of the day. So it was very, very hard for me, and I thought to myself, maybe, just maybe, if I stop existing, maybe if I was no more, maybe everything would be better, So I tried to poison myself. I drank an acid. There is this old lamp, then it has this big battery. Inside that battery there is a liquid. The liquid obviously is acidic, so I drank it, and I passed out, and when I woke up, I was in the hospital, with my parents, and looking at my mom, it was a crazy experience for me, and I was like, why don't you just let me go, because I could not I could not afford to go back to that school. My parents, my mom was like, why? But I was just a child, whatever. It's nothing I can say about it. So it was painful, painful experience, what I was feeling within me and what my parents was feeling, seeing my parents crying. And so my turnaround, I always believed that I was smart. Maybe I was not brilliant, but I could tell the left from right. I could tell what is wrong from what is right. And from roaming about, I used to play game, and I was kind of the best playing game. So that was the only thing I was good at, and that was why I was leaving school to go play games. I would play video game, So I thought to myself, maybe the school thing is not for me. Maybe I'm meant to do another thing, which was not very clear to me at that time. So I managed to go to write my exams, my secondary school exams. We call it WAEC and NECO. So, and I passed. Then I did my UTME. Then I passed. A lot of people were surprised. I was surprised. I was shocked as well. But I managed to pass my exam and I got to the university. People have always thought maybe I was going to, go to school where I'll get a diploma degree, but fortunately for me, I got into the university where they award BSc. So, but then I was, old enough to know that I was not very good with the book. So I started studying. I got interested in, some softwares, and I talked to my mom. She got me PC computer, and I started learning 3D animation. And before I know it, the whole passion digressed to film making. So I started studying, watching tutorials on YouTube. I knew if I should go to Google, I was not going to grab anything. I was not going to understand much. At this stage, I was beginning to understand. But I guess the whole thing happened because I was young, because I was little. So in a way, I defeated the whole thing gradually. But I knew that I was not very good at, because I know that in university, it's even more like times 10 harder than the secondary school. So the only thing I could really grab was visual, watch stuff and really understand. So I was watching people practicing filmmaking, and before I know it, I started, my mom got me a camera, and that's how I started shooting video for myself. And that's how, the whole trauma became a thing of the past, So I want to use this moment, this opportunity to say a very big thank you and a very big shout out to Shanti Adin, for putting out this program, this particular show. It's a nice thing for people to actually, learn from people's traumatized experience, I really appreciate you putting out this, and no matter how big your problem is, no matter how serious you think your problem is, no matter how blocked you think there is, no matter how big or how serious you think maybe there is no way for you, there is always a way for you, So please, just stick around. Stick around, please. Suicide is not the answer, Thank you.
My name is Sadir. I am 27 and I'm a dermatologist. You know, when I was 16, I was a very cool dude because I was surrounded by really cool guys. We could smoke, drink alcohol, steal other people's things, hit on girls, put anyone's heads in the toilet who dared to argue with us. Be rude to teachers, throw stones at other people's houses and cars, scare old people, and even carry knives and guns with us. We were the kings of the streets, and among us, whoever did the more daring things, the more respect he received. Once when we robbed a store, I got the most difficult part of the job. I was responsible for electricity. I had to go down to the basement and turn off the electricity so we could break the window without an alarm. After I told the guys that it was ready, they began to break the window. But to the surprise of everyone, the alarm sounded. All the guys immediately got into the car and drove away without even waiting for me. I ran out into the street after 1 minute. Fortunately, there were no police yet, but several people gathered. My heart just jumped out of my chest. I was so scared to death. It was the most terrible fear in my life ever, which can never be forgotten. I ran as fast as I could, and at last I felt that I had freed myself from the pursuer. But suddenly I heard someone's voice from behind me who ordered to surrender. It turned out it was a security guard. Since I didn't want to go to jail, I raised my gun and just wanted to shoot him down and forget this evening forever. But he replied that he would not offend me. Of course, I didn't believe him. He said he wanted to help me. He said that my guys left me, and that was a real betrayal. Now is the only way to get rid of them. If you go back to the guys, you will continue your miserable existence. And if you surrender, you will be fine, but they will not put you in jail because you are still a minor. And he won't tell anyone about the gun. Will get rid of them. But you can start a new life. I just wanted to shoot him down, but for some reason, common sense sounded in his words. And in the end, I gave up. Looking back today, I understand that it was a very right decision in my life. 6 months later, those guys became completely out of control and very, very bad things happened to them, which I don't prefer to talk about, but as you can see, I am alive and well, thanks to the God and God. My life changed forever, even though I wanted to shoot him. You know what I'm saying is, maybe there is trouble in your life, but that trouble probably is the door to your new life. Take a close look at it. There is always a way out. Special thanks to Chantel Dean for making this video possible.
Hi, my name is Akash. I'm 23 years old and I'm from India. Since my childhood, I have faced a thing called fat shaming. You know, I have always been a foodie whole my life. Since I was young, I used to eat a lot of junk food, playing video games all the time. And every day I used to have chocolates, I used to have ice creams and junk food and whatnot. I didn't understand my body at all. You know, I didn't know the concept of nutrition. So there was one point in my life, like I was so young, going to school, and I was in my 5th grade, and my classmates would not just accept me as the way I am. They won't, take lunch with me. They won't hang out with me. They would not even sit with me in the class. They would call me names. They would call me fat. They would make fun of me, and they really enjoyed it because I did mind it so much. I was so pissed, and I would react, and I would try to call them out. I would try to pick up a fight, but I was bullied by groups of classmates. I didn't know what to do. I used to cry alone. There was no one to share with. My mom and my dad, they always loved me so much. I was the most important thing in my home. I would throw tantrums like I want ice creams every day, I want chips every day, I want chocolates every day, and they would just fulfill my wish because they loved me so much. They cared about me so much. Now I look back and I realize certain things that I could have done right and better. Well, I had a very few friends who accepted me as the way I am, and they used to hang out with me after the school as they were in my neighborhood, and also my cousins as well. They would make me feel welcomed and also important in their lives. So yeah, they were the people that I would just go to and pour my heart out. The worst experience that I can remember is there was this friend, very close friend of mine. He suddenly one day comes up to me and says, "Akash, I feel ashamed standing next to you. You're so fat." That was my friend. He had no intentions to hurt me, but maybe he was right. It might sound hurtful, but maybe it was the truth. I was broken. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. Yes, I was in depression, I think. I would just not go outside, because of the gaze of the people, and the people would stare, and some random people who are completely strangers, they would also bother me. Like, I was in a shopping mall with my father, and there was this guy who just suddenly comes out of nowhere and says that we have this product and that would make you lose weight, and I know you are looking for some kind of solution, something like that, all this marketing stuff. That was embarrassing in such a public place. If you are picked up like that, and at such a young age, I would face these things like every day. It was a habit. And then one day I just decided that I just cannot take this anymore. I started researching on Google and YouTube, and there I found many videos of the transformations of the people who had the exact same problem or worse than I am. I felt like I can also do this as well. So I did research about nutrition, healthy lifestyle, and exercises and workouts and life hacks and whatnot. So I had a lot of information collected and I had to try it out. So I started having a good diet. I would simply and strictly cut my carbs, just no carbs at all from my diet, no sugar at all. I would also fast once in a week, whole day. Plus I also joined the gym and hired a personal trainer there. I started working out, doing cardio, jumping jacks, running, then weight training as well, doing flexibility exercises, endurance training and whatnot. The first 2 days of the gym was by far the toughest. I could not lift my hand up the next day, and every part of my body would just hurt so much. But I didn't quit because of my mom and my coach. They just told me, just bear this routine for just 21 days and it will be a habit. It will become an integral part of my life. And there you go, after 2 weeks, the exercises became doable and easier than the beginning. In the beginning it would be so difficult. I would eat protein-rich foods only, like eggs, and I would not even touch sweet or any junk food. I was forcing it on myself, you can say that, this lifestyle, and it turned out to be good. and beneficial for me. Within 1 month, I had lost around 7 kgs, and within the next 4 months, I lost around 29 kgs of weight, all thanks to my family and my trainer, and also my discipline. You have to make things convenient for you. Like waking up early is it's very difficult. So just sleep early. Oh, and that pain, well, that's the sweet pain. Learn to live with that. After a few weeks, it's just gonna be a sensation. That's it. So don't think too much, just do it. Don't procrastinate, don't just live in dreams. Just do it. Consume inspirational content as well. This social media and stuff, you can keep it aside for a while. Make a good mindset. Make sacrifices if needed. But health comes first. Health is very important. Stay away from drugs, alcohol, or the people who do it. You just have to make sacrifices. As I said, this is a very short description of my journey. But I'm telling you the truth. The toughest part is not about the exercises, or it's not about the diet. The toughest part is the consistency in every field. Consistency and maintenance. Working hard is simple, but continuously working hard takes a lot, man. It takes a lot, and that is the most difficult thing ever. Just focus on giving health your priority. Like we brush every day, right? It's a necessity for cleansing our teeth, and it's a part of a lifestyle as well. We need it. Same should be with workouts and having a proper diet. This body is the best instrument ever made. Just appreciate it and maintain it by taking proper rest. Resting is also a part. Take proper rest. Avoid being fake on social media. Be real. Learn to respond to criticism rather than just reacting off the top. That's also a very essential thing. And what I have learned is that health is the most important thing in our lives. And then after, we can have career, love life, and so many things. Relationships also. I would say eat healthy. Research on nutrition, make workouts as a integral part of your lifestyle. It has to be in your lifestyle. Explore your body. Just appreciate this awesome body. Love yourself. And if you're alone, my friend, then be the only one with you. Come on. You don't need anybody else or anyone's validation as such. You are complete. Be proud of yourself. And at last, I would really like to thank Chantiel Dean for wanting to help people overcome their challenges. Thanks for letting me share, and have a great day. Peace out.